here are some of the mistakes that got these applicants visa denied, right? So this is a refusal letter. So as a travel consultancy, I've been receiving a lot of these refusal letters here. So we know some of the mistakes that applicants has been doing and that got their visa denied. So if that is what you're interested in, then make sure that you stay here to the end. And then that is exactly what you will be doing on this channel now. Possibility or how to increase the chance of getting your visa approved in your application. Now, this is an applicant applying to Sweden. So Sweden is one of the Schengen countries among all the European areas here. And then he was applying for a visit, right? So he's going for a visit for a trial, right? So now let me read out the refusal letter. So I think he has gotten like 3 reasons for the refusal, and then one of them is very, very critical. That one is likely that everybody can do that. Is that okay? Everybody can do that mistake. So make sure that you stay here to the end. So your request for a visa has been refused pursuant to article. Is you know that every institution is governed by a law, right? So every house has a tribal rules, law and order. Maybe don't cheat on Tuesday, don't do that. I'm not kidding you. So make sure that you stay here. So the same also applies to the visa consular. They have a law that is governing them. So according to the article, so the visa code and section that and that of the Danish visa executive order, you can read more about the legal rules in the attached. And so if you want to, I'll advise you, if you can read and understand. If you can't read and just come here, make sure that you subscribe here. We will break everything down for you in step by step. Now here is where the reason starts. So they say we find that there are reasonable doubts as to the reliability of the statement that you have made. So what are they saying? That this one is not they are doubting that you are not going to return on their reasonable, even though that one is inside. So it means that the information that this applicant has provided to the Danish embassy in their country, or specifically in Africa, Ghana here, it means that they are doubting the information that he has provided to the embassy for them to be able to grant the visa. What was the reason? I know that is exactly what you are waiting for. So what is the reason here? So we have in regards attached importance to the fact that you have previously applied, right? Previously applied for a Schengen visa with another passport with diverging information from the current passport. Hold on a second, let me bring, this is a very critical issue and a very simple issue that everybody, any applicant can make, right? It's okay. So according to this thing here, what it means here is that this applicant has already applied for a Schengen visa. Is that okay? Some years back, some days back, some months back, which I don't know yet. And then he's applying currently with a passport that has a different information. You know, if you are applying for a visa, they normally takes your biometric, and then because of the biometric and then the computerized, every information in the embassy have that information. Don't think that the embassy you can bypass somewhere there. No. So that's why sometimes if you are applying for your visa, they ask you, have you been refused visa before? When was the last time you applied? So you have to make sure that you enter all those. So if for some field is for some 290 or some field, depending on the country, if you have been applied that before, then they may not need your biometrics if you are applying, if you still fall within the interval. Is that okay? So this guy has previously applied with a passport that has a different information. Now he's applying with another one again. So two different information. There's no way. Let's say for instance, I don't know what exactly is that. It's likely that it could be the date of birth differences, right? So maybe when he was born in 1990 from the first one, the one that he's applying with has a 1995. So how can the same person having two different date of birth? No. It can never happen. Now, what are they saying here? And that you have not provided any documentation, including a reprint of your old birth certificate, which indicates that an error occurred. Is that okay? So all that the embassy, they are not saying that you are telling lies, that maybe your age, there's a difference in your age, or maybe there's a mistake and that. What shows? Right? What shows? So visa application is all about what? A document. Right? Visa application is all about documents. So if you cannot provide a documents to prove that, okay, what I'm trying to say is this, or here is the evidence, then you are not waiting to get your visa approved. Is that okay? So what this applicant can do, or if you are one of them watching right now, if you have previously applied with one passport that has maybe an old name, different date of birth, different place of birth, or something like that, and then maybe you realize that there's a mistake or something on that one, and then you have to correct it. After finish correcting it in our country, all that you have to do, you have to provide a gazette. You need a gazette, right? So you need a gazette, and then before the gazette, you need an affidavit. I don't know how it's done in your country, but there must be a document that shows that, okay, the previous one was a mistake, and the currently this is the corrected one. Is that okay? This is what you are using. So you have to attach that copy of the old birth cert, an affidavit, and gazette to show that there's a mistake or not. That one, then you have already finished or cleared that portion. There's no doubt on that. Well, that is one thing I've said that is very, very simple mistake for every applicant can do if you are having changes in your name and then other stuff. Is that okay? Make sure that you take note of that. Now, on the second side here, let's see the setting. So furthermore, we find that there are reasonable doubts as to your intention to leave the Schengen countries before the expiring of your visa applied for. Right? So what does that mean? I think that is a common mistake that people have been doing all the time. So home ties, that is the name behind what will bring you back to your home country. So this guy is solely going for a football trial in Sweden. So I believe when they are applying, they did not provide enough evidence to show that he is going to return back. And then we have a categories of information that you have to provide. So you're considering checking most of our video to clarify. You already have a videos on that, so you can consider checking that. By the way, if you have any questions, so let me know in the comment section below, and then let's see how we can assist you on that. If you are gaining value from this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more lessons like this. Now, we have hereby, among other things, place emphasis on that your host and football club has stated that if you do not pass the trial or medical examination, they will guarantee your return to your country of residence. Is that okay? That is what the football club is saying, and then the host, that is what they are saying. So two people combined together say that, okay, the person is solely going for a trial. This can be education, this can be a medical issue, this can be anything related, right? So once you're able to correct one mistake from one area, you'll be able to move on to another area. So always, if you want to succeed in life, you always learn from people's mistake, right? So that's why you need to subscribe to this channel here. Now, let's see what they are saying here. We have not assessed whether the additional conditions for issuing a visa have been fulfilled, including whether you possess sufficient means of subsistence personally and have access to such means during the stay, or whether your football club is part of Ghana Football Association. What does that mean? What does that mean? They have no idea whether you are going to sponsor yourself or you are not going to sponsor yourself, whether you have a means to attach to your application, who is going to support you when you stay there, where are you going to sleep, what, and all those things have not been added to your application. Is that okay? And then furthermore, you say you are a football club. You don't know whether it's a town football club or something of that nature. And then the embassy is saying that they have no idea if your football club is part of the Ghana Football, it has been registered under your country football association. That is what I need. Is that okay? There's no official letter. Per this official letter, there's no official letter that shows that you have a connection between your country, your sports, right? The sports industry, right? So the sports authority or the sports ministry, you have a connection between them that shows that you can move legally outside the country. You see, this is a common mistake people can. Maybe we have seen a lot of issues like this. That is why we are familiar with it. So if you want to know how you can get corrected in your visa application, once again, don't hesitate to comment down below your issue, or you may subscribe to the channel for more lessons. Do you have any questions? Once again,